Okay, so in this website, you're going to be using the European Social Survey and the World Values Survey to create some, one visualization and then one table. So you're going to go to the European Social Survey website and create a visualization. I'll show you how to do this in this video, and then you'll go to the World Values Survey and tabulate a single survey question, a variable, across two countries. So if you haven't done this yet, you'll want to check out the European Social Survey website and maybe just look around it, just take some time to understand what it's about and what the purpose of it is. So, there's no harm in just spending a few minutes scrolling around in these different menus and taking a look at it. To do the assignment, what you're going to do is to go to Data, and then you'll go, you can click down here into some of these, but you can't actually submit. You can't submit for credit the examples that they give you. You have to come up with a different one. So there are two ways into the data, either through these figures or you can go into the data portal. So I don't think you'll have to log in. If you do, you'll have to create an account, but it's really easy. So you'll click here on the European Social Survey, and then you can see all the different years that it's been going on. So we'll use the most recent versions. This is from 2023. So you can click here, and then the key, there are multiple ways of doing this. One way is to then click on Integrated File. And then here you can click Analysis, and then you can just start to scroll through the different variables. So, you need to pick something different from what I'm doing here. But I think you see, it's very user-friendly. You just click on something and it's going to tabulate it for you. So I'll click on the People Trust variable. And then what it will give you is a tabulation across the different countries. So the question itself asks people, and I'll show you how to get the question wording in just a minute, but it asks people to place themselves on this scale from you can't be too careful to most people can be trusted. So once so this is just the tabulation. You need to pick a second variable for the visualization. It's supposed to be a bivariate visualization. So it'll usually pick a sensible visualization given your choices. So let's see what happens here if we click this net use. So this is the kind of interesting stuff that it will usually create. So here on the vertical axis, this is whether people can be trusted or not, how often people can be trusted. So these are country level means that they're plotting here. And then it's country level means on how often people use the internet. So, there's a lot of things going on here. There's the variation within the country that we're not seeing here. There's just the aggregate variation across the countries on the two measures. So it sort of looks like, right, there's, countries where there's distinctly less internet use and distinctly less trust in people. It actually seems to be, although, again, whether this relationship would hold at the individual level, interestingly, among the wealthier countries with more frequent internet use, people seem to be more trusting. So, again, whether this has to do with simply the fact that these are the more developed parts of Europe, perhaps, although I take that back. Like here's France down here as well, and Italy, Croatia. So it's interesting. But this is what you would be writing about. You'll follow the directions in the assignment here and then just explain what you did and what you found that's interesting. So you'll get a different visualization if you pick a different question. A different type of question. So you'll see if you mess around with it. If you click the documentation one, you can scroll down and you can find the exact question wording. So here, that internet use question, it's, people can use the internet on different devices. How often do you use these for work or personal use? So that's that question. So that's the actual survey question right here. All right, so that's European Social Survey. World Value Survey, what you're going to be doing is first take some time to read about it, and then you'll go down to Data and Documentation right here, and then you'll scroll down to Online Analysis. And you're going to have to pick the wave of the survey, so we'll pick the most recent one. And I'll just show you Australia and Austria. You can do different ones. And then, sorry, I assume you can hear in the background my dog's barking, but we'll be done here in just a minute. So sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to load, but here it is. So you can, take a look at these, and you can figure out a question that you want to use. You have to sort of get a sense of what they're asking here just from these descriptions. So we'll try this one, Q30. So it's going to say processing. And then here it is. This is what you're turning in. So you have the tabulation across the 2 different countries. All right, and you can play around with some of these other things if you want to, but this is it. And you can click survey questions, and you can see the exact survey questions. Although here it is right here, so you don't have to go to a different menu. It's all here for you. All right, so you just pop these into a PDF or a Word document, and then answer the questions here, and you're submitting that back. All right, good luck.